All right, it's a Sunshine State showdown in the race to replace outgoing Governor Ron DeSantis. The matchup is Byron Donalds versus David Jolly. The winner goes and moves into the governor's mansion in Tallahassee. Meantime, a showdown many did not expect for the U.S. Senate. Republican Ashley Moody versus Angie Dixon. Nixon, a progressive, is part of the Democratic Socialists of America. So, will that create a rift at the top of the Democratic ticket?
I cannot be extreme. There's nothing about standing up for democracy and standing up for the right for people to vote.
All right, meantime, locally, Oliver Gilbert is celebrating his Democratic primary win in District 24, and that victory puts him a step closer to becoming a member of the United States Congress. Oliver Gilbert joining us live on CBC's Miami at 7. Thanks for coming by in the rain to get here.
Thank you for having me, Jim.
You know, I was watching last night, we were here anchoring the coverage, and I wondered what was going through your mind as I saw outgoing Congresswoman Frederica Wilson show up with her big hat and give you that big hug.
I mean, I was just, first of all, I was just so happy to see her. The process of getting elected, the process of campaigning, the process of fundraising, the process of going from church to church, going door to door, in an exhausting heat. You all keep saying record, I tell you, it feels a lot hotter than you could ever imagine. Was a lot. And so when I saw her, it was that moment. It was that moment when, you know what, she placed her confidence in me. She placed her confidence in me, and she endorsed me early on in the process. She said, this is the person who I believe can follow up on the infrastructure stuff and the port stuff and the 5,000 role models and the veterans housing, and also can take us the next step. She placed that confidence in me, and I was just so happy to see her.
Yeah, there's a long list, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's talk about everybody's talking about, even nationally, and that is this perceived gulf at the top of the Democratic ticket. You have a Democratic Socialist running for Senate. You have a former Republican moderate running for governor. Let's make you the referee, put you in the room and settle these two sides. How do you do it?
Well, I think that anything's better than Ron DeSantis, and anybody who's going to fight Donald Trump and not side with Donald Trump in the Senate, it's preferable. So right now we have a senator who's willing to rubber stamp everything that a president who took us to war without declaring one does. One who institutes and implements tariffs that raise prices for regular Floridians without consulting Congress. One who behaves like a king. Look, 250 years ago, we said something. We said we didn't want any kings anymore. We have a senator right now who doesn't believe that.
You know, here in South Florida, when people hear socialism, they freak out. So how do you get past that barrier here?
I think you talk to people about ideas. Look, everybody's big on titles. Talk to them about your ideas. What I did when I was on the campaign trail just a day ago was walk around talking to folks about ideas. What's the America that you want to live in? You want to be able to afford housing. You believe that the federal minimum wage should be higher. What do you want to see happen? If you talk to people about ideas and move past labels, I think that we get to have honest conversations about who we want to become as a country.
And very quickly, Oliver, of course, you've been very involved locally in politics, former mayor of Miami Gardens, Miami-Dade County Commissioner. That's really up close to the community.
Yeah.
Being in Congress in Washington is a totally different animal.
It is.
How do you see the difference, and how do you remain connected to South Florida? I
think that being the mayor of Miami Gardens and the county commissioner, the chair of the county commission, will make me a good congressman. Because I don't have to take a survey about what people think. I shop in Walmart with them. I shop in Publix with them. Yeah, I've sat in those town hall meetings. I've held those town hall meetings. I've had those conversations. I go to church with them. That type of connection isn't something that's broken. Look, I was born and raised in Miami Gardens, Miami-Dade County. I only went away for the time that I was at FAMU in college. Well, I'm a part of this community, and this community is a part of me in ways that can never be separated.
All right, and that explains the orange and the socks.
It's a lot here.
Too. I get it.
It does.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
All right, Oliver Gilbert. And we certainly keep it right here on air and online at cbsmiami.com. We got you covered on all the races this upcoming November.